भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाम् अक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः यसेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताक्ष्यो अरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिः दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Welcome back after a long break that we had. So we are going to talk about Satyanarayana Vratam today, because some of you are going to go to Satyanarayana. You are going to Satyanarayana Vratam too? No? Okay. So what is Satyanarayana Vratam? Have you seen a Vratam before? How is it done? Anybody remember anything? It's a puja, big puja. We have done puja last time. But anybody know any parts of Satyanarayana Vratam? When is it done? Why is it done? So Satyanarayana Vratam is a very special puja. Right? There are nitya karmas. Nitya karma means things that you must do every day. Like morning prayers, evening prayers. Like for example, boys, they have to do Sandhya Vandanam in the morning, afternoon, evening. A family householder must perform Devata Radhana. So like that, there are Nitya Karma. Nitya Karma means they have to be done every day. There is no exception. But there are other things called Naimittika Karma. Naimittika means there is a nimittam. There is a special occasion for it. So when you perform things occasionally, on certain occasions, it is called Naimittika Karma. This, because it is occurring because of a opportunity or a particular situation. Nimittam. Nimittam means occasion. So it is done on an occasion. So Satyanarayana Vratam is a Naimittika Karma. Means it is done on occasions. But it can be done regularly also. And actually it has to be done regularly. Regularly doesn't mean nitya, doesn't mean daily, but regular intervals of time. So if somebody says vratam, what does it sound like to you? Vratam is something that is done on one day and forgotten all the other days. Like for example, if I say Rama is Ekapatni Vrata. Right? What does Ekapatni Vrata mean? Anybody know? What is Ekapatni Vrata? Means his Vratam is to have only one wife. Like he will not marry multiple. Like his father had 3 wives. Right? If Rama is doing Ekapatni Vrata one day and if other days he had other wives, would you call that Ekapatni Vratam? No. Of course not. Satya Vratam, for example, means truth telling. If somebody tells truth today and tomorrow they lie, would that be Satya Vratam? No, right? So in that way, Satyanarayana Vratam, if somebody performs a Vratam on one particular Paurnami day and then forget about it for the rest of the life, would that become Satyanarayana Vratam or would it become simply Satyanarayana Pooja? Puja, right? Simply puja. But vratam means it has to be done avirataha. That means regularly for life. It has to be done as the occasion dictates, as the occasion requires, regularly for the entire life. So there is a difference between Satyanarayana Vratam and Satyanarayana Puja. Similarly, Vinayaka Vratam, it is done every Vinayaka Chavithi. Vaibhava Lakshmi Vratam, it is done every occasion that it demands. It has to be done for the life. So that's why Vratam and Puja are different. But a lot of people will do it as Satyanarayana Puja. Right? So, but what is Satyanarayana Puja? Why can't you simply do, in house they have Ramachandra or Venkatesha or Ganesha, whatever their Ishtadaivam is there, there is a deity in their house. Okay? They can do their puja. Why especially Satyanarayana Puja? Why especially Vinayaka Puja? Why especially something else? This Vratam is done with a particular purpose, with a particular idea. So I said Satyanarayana Vratam, right? Vratam means it has to be done regularly for life. But what is that they are doing? It is not a puja. It is not just a puja, but it is puja done regularly for life. To Satyanarayana. Why Satyanarayana? Because, look at these words. Satya Narayana Vratam. Vratam means aviratam, regularly, for life. For life, what are they holding in their awareness? Satyam Narayana iti. Narayanaha eva Satyam iti. That means Narayana is the only truth. They are holding that idea for the entire life by regularly performing this Satyanarayana Puja. So they perform Satyanarayana Puja, but regularly for life. Therefore it becomes Satyanarayana Vrata. But what is Satyanarayana Vrata entails? What does it entail? It entails to hold that Narayana is the only truth. What does that mean? If Narayana is the only truth, there are so many other truths. Newspapers publish lots of truths. So, what is truth? So, this is a very powerful concept and it explains the deep inner meaning of what we call Mahanarayana Upanishad. So, what is Narayana? Let's understand Narayana. Everybody knows Narayana is a guy, a blue-bodied, four-handed person that sleeps laying down and sleeping on a big serpent afloat big waters. Some people think it is milk because they don't like water, they want milk. So on milk ocean, Narayana is always sleeping on a big serpent. I don't know if anybody ever saw him awake. He's always sleeping. He's on Yoga Nidra. That's what you see everywhere, right? Yeah. You in Ranganatha temples, Ranganayaka is sleeping like this. But he is performing the creation, maintenance of the universe, dissolution, all the things, but asleep. What does that mean? That means he is handling it so easily that he is sleeping for ages, eons. So many Brahmas have come and gone, and each Brahma had conducted 360 times 100, that is 36,000, right? 360 times 100 is how many? 36,000 creations and dissolutions they have carried out throughout the life, right? And so many Brahmas have come and gone, but he is still asleep. Meaning that Narayana is performing the creation, dissolution of cosmos without any effort, absolutely effortlessly. That's why he is in Yoga Nidra. That is the power of Narayana. But they say that he is floating on waters. Where is this water? When the dissolution occurs, everything is gone. Where are the waters? They should have gone, right? Actually, they are not talking about just waters. They are not talking about the milk given by a cow or even a goat or even some other animal. It is not milk they are talking about. We talked about Kshira and Kshara. Anybody remember those words? Anybody? Long time ago. Kshi. Okay, anyway. Let's not go into that Kshira Kshara, but let's come to what Narayana means. Okay. Now we are all sitting here. You see objects in front of you. You see everything going on in this world. Okay? Let's say you are looking at this book. Are you looking at this book? Or are you looking at the form of this book? I think we went through this exercise. Are you really looking at the book or are you looking at the form of the book? Anybody?
The form.
The form, right? You're looking at the form of the book and you think you're looking at the book. But where is this form of the book? Is it in your awareness or is it outside your awareness?
Inside.
It has to be in your awareness, otherwise you will not know about it. Right? If it is outside your awareness, that means you will say, I don't know. It has not entered your awareness. Okay, now there is a form entered your awareness, right? What is the raw material of the form? Is it paper? Is it pulp? Is it plastic? What is the raw material of the form that has entered your awareness?
Water.
It has to be your awareness. Plastic cannot enter
Yeah.
your awareness, right? The form's raw material is your awareness. That means what are you looking at?
Your own.
Your own awareness, which has taken the form of a book. In that way, this entire universe is your own awareness. If you know about moon, you're looking at the form of the moon in your awareness. That means your awareness has become the form, and that's what you're looking at. So in that way, everything is held in your awareness. And that awareness sometimes can become a book, a bird, moon, water, a laddu, can become any of these things. But what is actually happening? It is the awareness changing the forms and shapes. It not only applies to what you see, it applies to everything that you sense. Right? So it is all awareness. That awareness is represented by Kshira. It is the raw material for all knowing, for all feelings, for all emotions, for all knowledge. It is the raw material for ignorance also. If somebody looks at a dark tree and says, oh, there is a ghost there, it is their awareness that brought the wrong idea of a ghost that was not there actually, right? They are imagining. There is no real ghost, they are imagining in their head. So conceptions, misconceptions, knowledge, wrong knowledge, feelings, emotions, everything is in your awareness. If it is not there, you have no idea, right?
Yeah.
That awareness, that raw awareness is called Kshira. It is also called water, Nara. That's what Nara means. Nara means the awareness that never perishes, that never dies. So intelligence never dies. Intelligence will only undergo changes. If you are going now to a movie, now your intelligence has become the movie and you are enjoying the movie. And then you go to a restaurant and you eat nice food there. Your intelligence has become the nice food and you are enjoying it. It has become your enjoyment also. And you come home, on the way, you go to sleep in the car. Your intelligence now has become sleep, that you don't know anything. Then, we reached home already? You say, yeah, you reached home. You did not know anything. That means your awareness refused to become any form. It just remained as it is. So that awareness, raw awareness, is the one that is holding this entire universe. And the basis of that raw awareness is Narayana. So Nara Ayana is Narayana. That basis of that intelligence, unconditional, unchanged, raw awareness is Narayana. And that Narayana is the only truth. For example, if you go to a big ocean, like I don't know if you ever gone and cruise, in the middle of the ocean, there are no big waves. Everything is standstill. Of course, when there is wind, there will be some waves here and there. But in the beach, you will see big waves coming and slashing and going back and coming back, constantly happening. But in the middle of the ocean and middle of a huge water body, it is standstill. There are no waves. So when there are waves, you call it the world. When it is standstill, you call it just Nara. And whoever is holding that, the divinity that is holding that awareness is Narayana. So the Narayana is laying on a big serpent. What is the name of the serpent?
I don't know what it's
Sesh.
Adisesha.
Adisesha. Adi means first. Seshu means remainder. Sesha means remainder. So when you do, for example, a division or something, divide 25 by 2. Then you get 12 times 2 is equal to 24. 1 is remainder. So 1 is remaining because you can't divide it. In the same way, when you are sitting in meditation, what do they say when you are sitting in meditation? Close your eyes. That means anything that is entering through eyes as forms, you are shutting it down, rejecting it. No. Anything that is going through ears as sound, you are rejecting it. No. So you have shut this down, you have shut this down, and slowly you will shut the mind and its movements also down. Mind is thinking, oh, tomorrow I have to do this homework, I have to go to this movie. You're thinking all those things. You stopped all those things. Then you feel that standstill awareness. Only yogis experience that. That means when you reject all the changes, whatever is the remainder is Narayana. To show that, they have placed Narayana on Sesha, on the waters. What does it symbolically mean? It means that your awareness is like huge water body. There are always waves. But if you deny the waves, if you reject all the waves, whatever remains is Narayana. And that alone is the truth. Everything else is transient truth. It is truth for today, tomorrow it is not truth. I was not a truth before my birthday. And after my death day, I will not be a truth. Maybe I will be a truth for some time. After that, probably everybody will forget him. So there is no truth. So truth is transient in this world. But what is permanent truth? Eternal truth? Narayana. To remain in that awareness is Satyanarayana Vratam. Right? When they do the Satyanarayana Vratam, they have a puja. We have seen the puja, right? How many upacharas are there in the puja? Total? Main 16. So they will do puja with 16 upacharas. Little more elaborate. Little more mantras will be there. They will do with the Purusha Sukta. For every upachara, they will chant a verse from Purusha Sukta, a mantram from Purusha Sukta, and they will do the upacharams. And after all that is done, like every vratam, there will be a story at the end. So you're going to listen to the story, listen carefully. They will tell the story of Satyanarayana Vrata Katha, they call it. Okay? In Satyanarayana Vrata Katha, there are multiple stories that will come. But one story will be very, very interesting. There will be a merchant called Sadhu. He is gems trader, right? The gems trader, he will take a vow that I will do Satyanarayana Puja if I have children. Then they say, okay, Lord will bless him with a girl child. What is her name? Anybody remember? Huh? Kalavati. Leelavati is his wife. Yeah. Sadhu is not his name. Actually, if you look carefully in the story, a lot of people will tell you the story wrongly. Actually, the hero of that entire story has no name. Sadhu means a gems merchant. Sadhu also means a good person. It also means a good person. Okay? So wife has a name, Leelavati. Daughter has a name, Kalavati. And then he will go and bring a son-in-law. And he doesn't have a name. His name is Sadhuputra. Sadhuputra means gems merchant's son. Son of a gems merchant. That's it. The Sadhuputra will come. So in that, the story will proceed through so many interesting things, but I want to focus on only one item. The story goes like this. So the sadhu, the gems merchant, he said he will do the vratam, but he keeps forgetting it. As his daughter grows, and then he brings a son-in-law, her marriage is done, he then forgets it. He doesn't want to do the vratam. And then he takes his son-in-law, Sadhuputra, and they go on trading. So they usually go on seafaring. They take a bunch of gems, go from one city to the other on a boat, and they will trade the gems, and they will come back. And they will stay here for some time, and again take more gems and go for trading. So they are doing that. While they were doing it, they were mistaken to be thieves, and they were arrested and they were jailed. And then Leelavati and Kalavati, they became very perplexed, very sad about missing two men in their house, and they pray to Lord Satyanarayana, so please have mercy on us and send them back. And Satyanarayana appears in the dream of the king and tells that, okay, they are not really thieves, they were mistaken to be thieves, so please release them. So they were released. And then not only that, the king apologizes to them and gives a lot more money. They already have lots of money. He gives a lot more money. So they take all that money and they're coming in the boat. And when they come in the boat, then they're happy. The wife Leelavati and Kalavati very happy to receive them. So they perform Satyanarayana Pooja at home to welcome them. And while in the rush to go to the harbor, Kalavati forgets to take her prasadam. And then what happens?
Outside the sadhu, he died.
The entire boat is gone.
Yeah.
Sadhu was off the boat. He alighted the boat, but Sadhuputra was in the boat, and the boat is completely disappeared and gone.
No, the boat goes upside down.
People, when they narrate, they add masala to it, right? It goes upside, it got capsized. The boat, now everything is gone. And then Kalavati realizes that did not happen. The boat did not capsize. The boat disappeared. Along with Sadhuputra, boat disappeared. So Kalavati finally is reminded of her mistake. She goes back, takes the prasadam, comes back, then
Boat is there.
boat is there. So if you listen to the story, it depends on how people narrate. A lot of people, they try to hide a lot of facts in the story. Some add more masala because they don't know how to make sense of this story, right? Because they don't know how to make sense of story, they add wrong details, incorrect details, or give incorrect explanations. But you have to take the story as is and try to understand carefully. Okay, so you know the story basically. Everybody know? You know the story as well? Yeah. So the Lord will appear like a vengeful God. If you do my puja, I will bestow you with all the good things. If you don't, then I will curse you. And if you don't eat my prasad, I will capsize your boat. All that is ugliness. But the Lord, God is not like that. Never like that. Vengeful gods are there. They are kind of desert spirits and they are kind of forest spirits are there. They could be vengeful. But whereas real God or divinity is not vengeful at all. But now let's understand the elements of the story. Sadhu means a good person. And what is he doing? What is his trade? A gems merchant. We're all good people. We're all trading gems. Do you know? May not be topaz, sapphire, those kind of gems. We all have talents. We try to present those talents, trade those talents, to win friends, to win jobs, right? We're constantly doing gems trade in this world. We're all good people. But what are we forgetting all the time? The one truth that all this is awareness. What you think as a beautiful world, thrilling world, entertaining world, enjoying, all that is awareness. We are forgetting the truth. That's what sadhu is doing. He's a good person, doing all the gems trading, but he is forgetting the truth all the time. But he has wife, her name is Leelavati. Leelavati means one who makes this all Leela.
Maya.
One who creates all these beautiful forms and shapes and events and so much circus. She is the maker of all that circus. But despite of the circus maker, because he prayed to the Lord, what happened? He received a blessing. Kalavati. Kala means, what does kala mean? Huh?
Dream.
No. Kala means dream.
Kala means dream. Kala. Kala means it is a sliver of the divinity, grace. A sliver of the grace of the Lord. So a small aspect of grace was received. So he has the grace. Because he has the grace, she went and got who? Sadhu Putra. What does Putra mean? We talked about Putra a long time ago. Anybody remember? Putra means one who liberates from endless birth and death cycles. Putra. What does Put mean? In Telugu there is a word Puttuta. Puttata means taking birth. That's taken from the Sanskrit word Putta. And Putta means Puttatam, to take birth. So the people who take birth, they die. People that die, they take birth again. People that take birth, they die again. The people that die, take birth again. Keeps on going like this, cyclically. This is called Punnama Narakam. Put Nama Narakam is Punnama Narakam. Putra means one who liberates from that. That is, one who gives the plan and method to realize the divinity within us and to get liberated. That is Putra. So he got Sadhu Putra. Who brought him Sadhu Putra? Kalavati. That is the grace of the Lord. Okay? But what is the method? Why is he seafaring? Why is he taking a boat all the time? Why can't he just travel in a land route, maybe Silk Route, and then, Silk Route?
Yeah.
Right? Why can't he go in Silk Route or some other trade routes and trade gems? Why is he taking all the time boat? Because the life that we live in, what we call life, is full of ups and downs. Waves keep on coming and lashing at us. Sukham, dukkham, thirst, hunger, birth, death. That's all we see. All the time these waves are coming. These are called Shat Urmis, 6 waves. What are the 6 waves? Thirst and hunger. Like you drink water, again 6 hours later you need to drink water again. You're thirsty. You drink water, again thirsty. Hunger. You eat food, then I will become hungry again after some time. After some time again. So it keeps on coming. And similarly, happiness, unhappiness. They keep on coming and keep on going. Life and death keep on coming, keep on going, all the time. So, and this entire ocean, what we call life with these big 6 waves, is called Samsara Sagaram. It's called Samsaram because it is in a constant movement, constant flux. There is no stop. The newspapers will not stop. TV serials will not stop. The masala neighbors and their masala will not stop. Life will not stop. Continuous going. But what if something is moving constantly, churning constantly? There are so many people who will drown in it. There are so many people, particularly in this country, they are drowned in it. There is no hope for them for liberation. They don't even gain a little bit of time, hold themselves and understand what we are, where are we going, what is my purpose, what should I do? I have no idea. But how do you get it? If there is an ocean like this always churning, you need a boat, right? A boat to stay afloat. And that boat is the Nava that they were using. And what is the boat? The thought of the Lord, the puja that we do, the Satyanarayana puja they do, or the mantra japam they do, or the kind of discussion that we are doing. These things will ground us and help us understand who are we, Where are we going? What am I striving for? What should I do? So you can contemplate on it. That is the boat. And that boat really stays afloat only if you have a calm and happy mind. If we are not calm, if we are going up and down, anxiety, your boat will sink. Anger, your boat will sink. Jealousy, envy, your boat will sink. When will the boat stay afloat? When you are calm, when you are in full control. And this is called prasada buddhi. What is this called?
Prasada buddhi.
It is same as prasannata. So, atmavasyair vidheyatma prasadam adhigacchati, Bhagavad Gita says. If you have all your senses in your control, if you have mind that is in your control and calm, that state is said to be prasada buddhi. And that is prasadam, not the laddu, not the sweet. Sweet is only symbolic of that sweetness, of the calmness. When you are sitting calmly, there is an inexplicable sweetness. It is not same as the other kind of sweetness that we run around all the time. It's not that sweetness. So what is real sweetness? What is real prasadam? It's the calmness. And that's what we are supposed to get after doing the puja. When we sit and do the puja quietly, listening to the chants of Purusha Sukta and offering something and seeing that the entire Lord is manifested as a little pot of water in the kalasham there. And there is little Satyanarayana Murti that you put there. And you focus and just sit and completely immersed in this. This is what you are supposed to get. Prasada buddhi. And that's the reason why when you go to temple, they say, after temple visit, you have to sit down. Sit down for what? Not to break the coconut and eat and distribute all the prasada. It's not for that. Sitting there is to take everything and feel the calmness, feel the ambience, feel the holiness of the temple and sit in the prasada buddhi. So they collect the prasada and then they sit in prasada buddhi. So the puja is supposed to do that. Like sometimes you go to Satyanarayana puja, people sit there and the purohita, the priest is sitting there, say, do achamya. Then he's talking on the phone, hey, when are you bringing the food? Okay, somebody calls for the direction. So they're talking on the phone. And then they say, okay, do pranayama, hold your nose, then he holds somebody else's nose. Right? So okay, mantra pushpam, take the water, then he sips it. So they're not there. Their mind is elsewhere. If people are completely lost and completely immersed, not immersed, drowned in the samsara, in the movement of the flux, their boat is already gone. This puja is not a boat. They have abandoned the boat and jumped into the waters. Right? So that's not what we are supposed to do. In the puja, what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to be in that moment. Supposed to completely immerse in the puja. And that's where you're staying really afloat from the flux, from the changes of samsara. And if that prasada is not savored after the puja, then you don't enjoy that prasada. When you don't sit and feel it and absorb it, then if you don't do that, what is the purpose of this entire nava? The puja is the nava, puja is the boat. What is the purpose of this boat? You have abandoned the boat. You have jumped off into the flux. So after the puja, what are we supposed to do?
Prasada.
Enjoy the prasada. Of course, we have to enjoy the sweet. No doubt about that. We have to enjoy all the laddus and all the Satyanarayana prasada. But the real prasadam is
The calmness.
the calmness. And you have to enjoy it. You have to savor it.
And that's why before, when Kalavati didn't eat the prasadam, the boat just disappeared.
Exactly. So that is the inner meaning of the story. So you have to hold the Narayana, the awareness is the only truth. That is the ultimate truth. Everything else, all transient things, facts and all these things, emotions, everything are waves on this awareness that come and go. You hold that awareness Holding that awareness is the process of puja. And once you hold that awareness going through the proper procedure of puja, you will get that calm mindset. You sit there, you savor that calm mindness, then your boat never sinks. Your boat never sinks. If you develop that habit, your boat never sinks. You will never ever succumb to any anxiety. You will never ever succumb to any worries, any fears, any anger, envy, any of those problems. Right? It has to become a habit. Constantly you are saving the prasada. Okay? That is the inner meaning of that particular aspect. If when you go to the puja, if somebody tells the story incorrectly, correct them. You're not telling it right. This is what my teacher told. This is the story. This is the meaning of the story. Tell it correctly. Okay?
Our time they talk way too fast in Telugu. For us to even understand.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll stop here and we'll do the final Kayena Vacha Manasendriya today. Okay. Om Kayena Vacha
कायेन वाचा
Manasendriyirva
मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा
Buddhyatmana va
बुद्ध्यात्मना वा
Prakrute Swabhavat
प्रकृते स्वभावात्
Karomi Yajyat
करोमि यद्यत्
Sakalam Parasmai
सकलं परस्मै
Narayanayeति Samarpayami
नारायणायेति समर्पयामि